So this is a clip from a longer discussion that I posted a couple of weeks ago with a non-vegan friend named Steve that I thought that you'd enjoy, especially if you weren't able to watch the entire hour-long video that I posted. And I'll link the full video below too if you'd like to watch the whole thing. But before we get started, I also wanted to let you know that I started a Discord server. And I would love it if you came over and joined in the conversation over there, and the links for that will be down below too. But that'll be a pretty easy way to yak about veganism with others, as well as to connect with me directly too. So I hope to see you in the Discord server. Thanks, and enjoy the clip.
So
right. So, but in that situation, like Steve, you're saying if we have these options available, like regular gas car, electric car, hybrid car, whatever it is, and you believe that hybrid car is going to cause the least amount of damage and suffering, you would very easily just say that's the best option. Like we should do that then. So the question back to you then is, if we have these options where it's like buying factory farm meat and causing a lot of harm, buying local meat and causing some harm, or maybe whatever it is, a minimal amount of harm. And then this other one causes way less harm to humans, to animals, and the planet. Surely you would just say, well, that's the best option. I'm not saying again that you're going to just flip around today, go vegan, and that you're going to do that. But just in principle, if it's the one that causes the least amount of harm to humans, to the planet, and to animals, surely we would say that based on Christian morals and on your morals, that it's the best option if we can choose it.
in a sense that in the words that you're saying, yes.
Okay.
But in my words, like I'm not twisting my word. I'm not saying that like, like yes, when you put it like that, obviously, but it's still, like I said, it once again comes down to personal preference. Even though I don't like, cruelty to animals, even though I don't agree with the factory farming, I'm still gonna eat my meat because I personally like my meat.
Right. So it sounds like you're saying to me, like, look, I agree that eating animals would cause less harm to humans, or not being vegan, not eating animals would cause less harm to the animals, less harm to the environment, and therefore less harm to humans as well. But even though I know that, and that's what I think would be best morally, I'm still going to go do it. And it might be for a variety of challenges that you face. It might be because of taste, pleasure that you're trying to fight, or habits or tradition. I'm not saying that there's no challenge in doing it, but morally speaking, and just on principles, we would still agree, you and I, even though we're on different sides of what we're doing with our actions, we would agree that morally the best choice would be to cause less suffering to animals, humans, and the environment. Like, I think we can agree there, right?
I mean, I don't, without getting too deep into the weeds, I don't really see. I mean, I think I've actually watched one of your videos about like the environmental that Austin posted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, I I'd have to say like once again, can't find words. Uh, I hear it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to answer that. Like, I would agree with you that like yes, if no animals were killed, nobody ate meat, it would be the best. Yeah, like, but the fact that we do, and we're never, like you said, no one, the whole world's not going to go vegan overnight, you know. So even if I stopped eating meat today, factory farming is still going to be going on. Animals are still going to die.
But if you go vegan today,
Yeah,
not even today, if you go vegan in your lifetime and then, other people start to do it too, that's how things change. You're right. Slavery didn't end overnight either. Women's suffrage wasn't all of a sudden like just solved, and we didn't give women the right to vote overnight either. It started with individuals making changes, and it led to these great movements that caused global changes, that caused these changes in our society. So you're right. You going vegan today isn't going to change the rest of the world like that immediately, but you going vegan and not partaking in it yourself is not only in alignment with your morals personally of what you think is best, but also is a part of the change that's needed for us to change the world. If everyone just said, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to invest into green energy or ever buy that because just me doing it doesn't make any difference, then no one would ever make a difference with anything. I assume, like, for your views and stuff like that, we don't have to get too much into the weeds on other things, but I assume you'd be against certain things like abortion or whatever else it is. And if everyone just took that same philosophy on maybe some of the other issues that you might feel strongly about, we would never change anything. Like, nothing would ever be changed. But individuals have to be the starting point for change. And for you, and if you're saying it's the best option, then it would make sense for you to also make that change. At least that's the way I see it, is that
Sure.
logically it makes sense.